they always said I'm wrong, but what they doing today? I think they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
What's up, everybody on the Real Sports Talk? What's good on the internet? What's good in life? I'm Akiem, aka Li495. So what happened today was that the men's 100 meter quarterfinals took place at the Olympic Stadium. In fact, the Olympic Stadium opened for business, if you will, outside of the opening ceremonies. It opened for business yesterday, if you know what I'm talking about. And today you had the men's 100 meter quarterfinals, where Usain Bolt, of course, as expected, qualified with a 10.09 number, where he practically walked. He was part of Heat 4 along with James Dasalu, who is from Great Britain, and he also qualified along with Bolt in that same heat, Heat 4. Bolt had a 10.09, Dasalu had a 10.13. I mean, again, Bolt practically walked, but I think that even though he practically walked, and we pretty much know that he's going to be in the 100 meter final. In fact, the 100 meter semifinals as well as the 100 meter finals will both take place from the Olympic Stadium tomorrow, and it is expected that the Jamaican world fastest man, Usain Bolt, will indeed qualify for that, again with a 10.09. And you had to believe that since he qualified with a 10.09, that he's pretty much saving his best for that 100 meter final. And look at everybody who qualified in addition to Usain Bolt. Look at everybody who qualified for that semifinal that finished faster than him. American Tyson, 10.8. He qualified as well. Justin Gatlin, also 9.97. He qualified. Also Justin Gatlin, another American. Also Ryan Bailey, who I believe qualified with the fastest time out of anybody who did qualify for the semifinals. He got a 9.88, and actually he equaled his personal best by qualifying with that 9.88. So 3 Americans finishing faster than Usain Bolt, even though you gotta perhaps take those numbers with a grain of salt, since he practically walked, and perhaps he's saving his best for that 100 meters. But him with that 10.09. Also, fellow Jamaican of Usain Bolt's, Asafa Powell, also qualified with a 10.04, along with another person from Great Britain, Adam Jamili, who also qualified with a 10.11. Another runner from Great Britain, he qualified. Sharane Martina also qualified with a 10.20 in that Heat 5, as well as another fellow Jamaican, Yohan Blake, who was part of Heat 6, who qualified with an even 10 as well. He was part of Heat 6 once again, along with Ryota Yamagata from Japan, who qualified with a 10.07. Bingshen Su from China, he qualified with his seasonal best 10.19, in addition to everybody else. And another name that sort of stuck out to me out of all the qualifiers for the semifinals, again, semifinals and finals of the 100 meters will take place tomorrow, Dwayne Chambers of Great Britain. Dwayne Chambers of Great Britain. The last time I remember reading about him, he was in Game of Shadows. Now, I know there's a lot more to his career than Game of Shadows, but wasn't Dwayne Chambers very close to Victor Conti and Balco? But that's another conversation for another day. He qualified as well from Great Britain with his seasonal best 10.02, as well as Jimmy Vicoq from, I believe it's France. He qualified with a 10.11, and Keston Bledman from Trinidad and Tobago, he also qualified with a 10.13, also in Heat 7. Also, while I'm at it, I also forgot to mention Justin Warner of Canada, who also made it to the 100 meter semifinals with another 10.09, who, by the way, is also the same time, of course, that Usain Bolt had when he qualified. So that's pretty much my overview and my analysis, if you can call it that, of everybody that made it into the 100 meter semifinal. Again, that as well as the 100 meter final will be taking place tomorrow from the Olympic Stadium, of course. Both events, the semifinal and final, will be taking place tomorrow. And while we're on the subject of track and field. Has anybody heard this story? It's a very uplifting and very inspiring story of the Blade Runner, the South African runner, Oscar Pistorius, who just qualified for the 400 meter, for the men's 400 meters. So that's also a very great story and a very uplifting story as well to hear. There are always a lot of them going into the Olympics. It's part of the whole allure of the thing. It's part of what makes the Olympics the Olympics. And certainly this man, with both of his legs gone, both of his legs have already been severed, have already been amputated twice, and he's still qualifying. Despite all that, he's still qualifying for major events like the 400 meters at the Olympics. So definitely a great, uplifting and inspiring story for anybody who believes that if you want to go ahead and give up, please don't, because anything is possible, and he's showing it. So rate, comment, react, reply, add, and subscribe. Again, look forward to reading your comments as always. I'm just one guy talking about nothing, everything, and in fact everything going on with the Olympics. So until next time, LI495 on the Real Sports Talk. See you on the internet somewhere.
Just a little bit around the corner from fear. Be there,